Well, hello there, my friend. Come on in, grab your favorite cozy chair, and let's have a chat. You know, as we settle into this stage of life, 60, 70, 80, and beyond, there's something that can feel more precious than gold. A good night's sleep. Am I right? Maybe you found yourself lying there, watching the clock tick away, wondering why sleep feels like a distant memory. Or perhaps you drift off but wake up at 3 a.m., your mind racing like a freight train. And then the next day, oh, that heavy fog, the lack of energy, the feeling that your body just isn't keeping up like it used to. It's not just about feeling tired, though. Did you know that poor sleep can actually shorten our years? When we don't rest well, our bodies can't repair themselves properly. Our immune system weakens, our hearts strain, and even our minds get a little fuzzier. But here's the wonderful news. It's never too late to reclaim those restful nights. And guess what? Better sleep doesn't just help you feel refreshed, it can actually add vibrant, joyful years to your life. That's why today, I want to share with you 5 gentle, practical sleep secrets. These aren't complicated medical routines or expensive gadgets. Just simple, science-backed habits that fit right into your daily rhythm. We'll explore them step by step, and I promise they're easier than you might think. So, let's start right at the beginning with the very first secret, the magic of consistency. You see, our bodies love rhythm. They thrive on it. Think about how a garden flourishes with regular watering and sunlight. Our internal clock, what scientists call our circadian rhythm, works the same way. As we age, this rhythm can get a little wobbly. Maybe you nap more during the day or feel wide awake when you should be sleepy. But here's the key. By going to bed and waking up at the same time every single day, yes, even on weekends, you're giving your body a gift. Let me tell you about my neighbor, Margaret. She's 74, sharp as a tack, and full of energy. For years, she struggled with restless nights. Then she started setting her alarm for 7 a.m. every morning, no exceptions, and made sure she was in bed by 10 p.m. at first. She'd lie there thinking, this isn't working. But after just 2 weeks, she noticed something beautiful. She'd wake up before her alarm, feeling refreshed. No more grogginess, no more 3 a.m. worry sessions. Her body had relearned its rhythm. Now, I know what you might be thinking. What if I don't feel tired at my set bedtime? That's where patience comes in. Start small. If you usually crawl into bed at midnight, but want to shift to 10, move your bedtime back by 15 minutes every few nights. And here's a little tip. Morning sunlight is your best friend. Open those curtains as soon as you wake up or step outside with your morning coffee. That natural light tells your brain it's time to start the day and sets you up for better sleep that night. Consistency isn't about perfection, it's about showing up for yourself day after day. Now, let's move to our second sleep secret. Crafting your sleep sanctuary. Imagine walking into a room that feels like a warm hug, soft, quiet, and perfectly peaceful. That's what your bedroom should be. A haven designed for rest. As we get older, we become more sensitive to our surroundings. A flicker of light, a too warm room, or even an uncomfortable pillow can pull us right out of sleep. Start with darkness. Our bodies produce melatonin, the sleep hormone, in response to darkness. But street lights, digital clocks, or even the glow from a hallway can interfere. Try blackout curtains. They're a game changer. Or if that's not possible, a simple sleep mask can work wonders. My friend Bill, who's 68, swears by his. He told me, it feels like I'm tucking myself into a cocoon. Next, let's talk temperature. Did you know your body needs to cool down slightly to drift off? Aim for a bedroom around 65 minus 68 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 minus 20. If your feet get chilly, a common thing for us seniors, try wearing cozy socks. Just make sure they're loose-fitting so your circulation isn't restricted. And the bed itself. Oh, this matters. If your mattress is older than your grandkids, it might be time for an update. You don't need luxury, just support. A mattress that's too soft can ache your back, while one that's too firm might leave your hips sore. And pillows. They should cradle your neck gently. Memory foam or down alternatives often work best. Pro tip: if you share a bed and your partner tosses and turns, consider separate blankets. It sounds simple, but it can make a world of difference. Finally, sound. Maybe you live in a noisy neighborhood, or your partner snores. White noise machines are lovely, but even a fan can soften those disruptions. My cousin Edna uses a small tabletop fountain in her bedroom. The gentle trickle of water, she says, lulls her right to sleep. So there we are, 2 powerful, doable steps to better sleep. First, rhythm consistency in when you rest and rise. Second, sanctuary, a bedroom that's dark, cool, and comforting. These aren't just about dozing off faster. They're about telling your body, you're safe, you're cared for, and you deserve this rest. And that's how we begin to nurture not just sleep, but longevity itself. Now, I'd love to hear how these land for you. Have you tried anything like this before? What's one small change you could make tonight? Drop a comment below. I read every single one. And when you're ready, let's move on to the next 2 secrets, where we'll explore how to calm a busy mind and the surprising link between light and deep sleep. Until then, remember this: every night is a new chance to heal, restore, and embrace the joy of waking up ready for the day. You've got this. Sweet dreams, my friend. You know, after our last chat about rhythm and sanctuary, I heard from so many of you saying, but what about my racing thoughts? Oh, how I understand that. It's like your mind decides 2 a.m. is the perfect time to replay every conversation you've had since 1972, or worry about things completely out of your control. You're not alone in that, not one bit. That's why our 3rd sleep secret is all about taming the busy mind before bed. Think of your mind like a pond. If you stir it up right before trying to see a clear reflection, everything's murky. We need to let the ripples settle. For many of us seniors, evenings can be surprisingly active, catching up on news, family calls, or even solving the world's problems with a crossword puzzle. But that mental stimulation is like throwing pebbles into our pond. The key is creating a gentle wind-down ritual, a buffer zone between the busyness of the day and the stillness of sleep. Aim for at least 60 minutes, ideally 90. Here's what worked wonders for my friend Bill, who I mentioned earlier battling light with his sleep mask. He used to watch thrilling detective shows right up until bedtime. No wonder his mind raced. Now, his evening sanctuary hour looks like this. First, he dims the lights throughout his house about an hour before bed. Soft, warm light signals to his brain that day is ending. Then, he swaps the TV for quiet music, gentle, classical, or nature sounds, or listens to an audiobook of peaceful poetry. Sometimes, he simply sits with his wife, holding hands, sharing one good thing about their day. No heavy discussions, just quiet connection. And for those persistent worries, give them a home outside your head. Keep a simple notebook by your bed. When a worry pops up, jot it down with a short note like, "I'll think about this tomorrow at 10 a.m." It's like telling your brain, it's safe to let go now. I've captured this for later. You might even write down one thing you're grateful for from the day. Gratitude and worry struggle to occupy the same space. Now, let's talk about a powerful, yet often overlooked, tool. Your breath. Deep, slow breathing activates your body's relaxation response, lowering your heart rate and blood pressure, the exact opposite of that anxious racing mind feeling. Try the 4-7-8 method. Breathe in gently through your nose for a count of 4. Hold that breath for a count of 7. Then, exhale slowly and completely through your mouth for a count of 8, making a soft whoosh sound. Repeat this cycle just 4 or 5 times. It's incredibly calming and signals your nervous system that it's time to shift into rest mode. Margaret, our consistency champion, does this every single night as she settles under her cozy blankets. She says it feels like pressing a reset button for her whole body. All right, moving smoothly to our 4th sleep secret. And this one might surprise you. Mastering your light exposure throughout the day. We touched on morning light, helping set your rhythm, but light, especially the kind and timing of light, plays an absolutely massive role in sleep quality, especially as our eyes become more. Here's the science simplified. Our brains rely on light cues to regulate melatonin production. Bright, blue-rich light, like sunlight in the morning, tells your brain, wake up, be alert. Dim, warm light in the evening signals, start making melatonin, prepare for sleep. The problem: modern life bombards us with blue light long after the sun sets. From TVs, computers, tablets, and those energy-efficient LED bulbs. This blue light tricks your brain into thinking it's still daytime, suppressing melatonin and making it harder to fall asleep and stay asleep. So, what can you do? First, embrace the morning sun. Within 30 minutes of waking, try to get outside for 10 to 15 minutes without sunglasses. Safety first. Don't look directly at the sun. Sit on your porch with your coffee, walk to get the paper, or just stand by a sunny window. This natural light is the strongest signal to reset your internal clock for the day. As evening approaches, start becoming a light detective. About 2 to 3 hours before your target bedtime, dim the house lights. Swap bright overhead lights for softer lamps. Use lower wattage bulbs in the evening. Beware of screens. This is crucial. Try to turn off TVs, tablets, and smartphones at least 60 to 90 minutes before bed. If you absolutely must use a device, enable the night shift or blue light filter setting. It makes the screen look yellow, orange. Consider simple blue light blocking glasses. They look like regular readers with amber lenses. They're inexpensive and remarkably effective. My cousin Edna swears by hers for her evening crossword puzzles. Choose warm bulbs. Replace cool white or blue-tinted LED bulbs in your living room and bedroom with warm white or soft white bulbs. Look for 2700 K color temperature on the box. This creates a much more sleep-friendly ambience. Think of it as creating a sunset inside your home. Just as the natural world grows darker and quieter, your personal environment should too. This gentle transition supports your body's natural melatonin surge, making it easier to drift into that deep, restorative sleep we all crave. So, we've added 2 more powerful tools to your sleep toolkit: calming the mind with a wind-down ritual and mindful breathing, and mastering your light exposure like a pro. These aren't about adding more to your to-do list. They're about gently shifting your habits to align with your body's natural wisdom. Just imagine feeling that sense of calm settle over you in the evening, knowing you've prepared your mind and your environment. Picture yourself breathing deeply, the worries of the day gently set aside, the soft, warm light cocooning you, signaling to your body that it's truly time to rest. That's the path we're walking together. You're doing wonderfully. This journey to better sleep is a gift you're giving yourself, one simple, intentional step at a time. When you're ready, we'll move into the final part, where we'll uncover the surprising role of what you eat and drink and when, and explore the gentle movement that can unlock your deepest, most rejuvenating. Until then, be kind to yourself. Notice the moments of calm you create. And know that every effort you make towards rest is an investment in your vitality and joy. I'm right here cheering you on. Sweet dreams, my friend. You've made it this far, and I'm truly proud of you. Tackling sleep isn't always easy, especially when life has thrown us a curveball or two. But remember what we're building together. More than just restful nights. We're nurturing the foundation for vibrant days, clearer thinking, and yes, adding precious, joyful years to your life. Now, let's gently step into our fifth and final sleep secret, nourishing your body wisely, especially in the evening. Think about it. Your body is a magnificent, intricate machine. What you put into it, and when, acts like fuel, either helping it glide smoothly towards rest or throwing a wrench into the gears just when you need calm. As we age, our digestion naturally slows down, and certain foods or drinks can become surprisingly disruptive sleep thieves. Let's break this down simply, focusing on the evening hours. First, the hydration balancing act. Staying hydrated is crucial. Dehydration can cause nighttime leg cramps, headaches, and even confuse your body's signals, making you feel restless. But drinking a large glass of water right before bed guarantees a trip or two to the bathroom, shattering precious sleep. So, what's the sweet spot? Front-load your fluids. Aim to drink the majority of your water earlier in the day. Sip steadily until about 2 hours before bedtime. Small sips only after dinner. If you feel thirsty in the evening, take small, slow sips of room temperature water. Avoid gulping down a whole glass. Mind the caffeine and alcohol trap. This is vital, my friend. That after-dinner coffee or evening glass of wine, they might feel comforting, but they're likely sabotaging your sleep. Caffeine, it doesn't just keep you awake. It can prevent deep, restorative sleep. Aim to cut off caffeine, coffee, tea, soda, chocolate by early afternoon, say 2 p.m. at the very latest. If you adore a warm drink in the evening, try naturally caffeine-free herbal teas like chamomile, lemon balm, or passion flower. They're wonderfully soothing. Alcohol. It might make you feel drowsy initially, but it's a trickster. As it metabolizes, it disrupts your sleep cycles, leading to fragmented, shallow sleep, and often causing those frustrating middle-of-the-night wake-ups. If you enjoy a drink, have it with dinner, several hours before bed, and keep it to a modest amount. Notice how you sleep afterward. Your body will tell you the truth. Next, let's talk evening eating. A heavy, rich, or spicy meal close to bedtime is asking your digestive system to work overtime when it should be resting. Heartburn, indigestion, and discomfort are common culprits, keeping seniors awake. Here's how to dine for better sleep. Timing is key. Try to finish your main evening meal at least 3 hours before you plan to sleep. This gives your body ample time for the major digestive work. Choose wisely. Opt for lighter, easier to digest foods in the evening. Think lean proteins like grilled chicken or fish, cooked vegetables, whole grains like quinoa or brown rice, or a small bowl of oatmeal. Avoid heavy fats, fried foods, large amounts of red meat, and very spicy dishes. The small snack solution. If you feel genuinely hungry, close to bedtime, maybe your dinner was earlier. A small, gentle snack, about 45 to 60 minutes before bed, can actually help stabilize blood sugar and prevent hunger pangs from waking you. Good choices. A small banana contains natural magnesium and potassium for relaxation. A handful of almonds, magnesium and healthy fats. A few whole grain crackers with a thin slice of turkey tryptophan, or a small bowl of plain yogurt with a sprinkle of cinnamon. Avoid sugary snacks, which can cause energy spikes and crashes. Now, let's weave in one more beautiful thread to complete our sleep tapestry. Gentle evening movement. I'm not talking about a vigorous workout. Intense exercise too close to bedtime can be stimulating. But gentle, mindful movement. That's pure magic for releasing the physical tension that accumulates during the day. The stiff shoulders, the achy lower back, the restless legs. Think of it as unwinding your body, strand by strand. Here are some simple, accessible ideas. The 10-minute slow stroll. If the weather permits and it's still light enough, a very leisurely walk around your garden, down the block, or even just inside your home for 10 minutes, about 1 to 2 hours before bed, can work wonders. Focus on the rhythm of your steps and your breath. Notice the air, the sounds settling down for the night. Seated stretching. Sit comfortably in a supportive chair. Gently roll your shoulders forward and backward. Slowly tilt your head from side to side, ear toward shoulder. Extend one leg out and gently flex and point your foot, then circle your ankle. Repeat with the other leg. Gently twist your torso side to side, holding on to the back of the chair. Hold each gentle stretch for 15 to 30 seconds, breathing deeply. Never force or bounce. Restorative yoga poses modified. Simple poses done on or near the bed can signal deep relaxation. Try legs up the wall or on a chair. Lie on your back near a wall and scoot your hips close, extending your legs up the wall. If that's too much, place your calves on the seat of a sturdy chair positioned at the foot of your bed. Rest your arms by your sides. Breathe deeply for 5 to 10 minutes. This is incredible for draining leg fatigue and calming the nervous system. Child's pose supported. Kneel on your bed, use extra padding under knees if needed. Then sit back on your heels and gently fold forward, resting your forehead on the mattress or a pillow. Arms relaxed by your sides or extended forward. Breathe into your back. Hold for 1 to 3 minutes. This gently releases the spine and invites surrender. Reclined bound angle pose. Lie on your back, bend your knees, and bring the soles of your feet together, letting your knees fall open comfortably to the sides. Place pillows under knees for support if needed. Rest your hands on your belly or by your sides. Breathe deeply for 3 to 5 minutes. This opens the hips and chest beautifully. The power of the 5 together. My friend, we've journeyed through 5 powerful, yet beautifully simple, sleep secrets. The rhythm of consistency. Anchoring your sleep and wake times. Crafting your sanctuary. Making your bedroom a dark, cool, quiet haven. Taming the busy mind. Creating a wind-down ritual and using breathwork. Mastering light. Harnessing morning sun and minimizing evening blue light. Nourishing and moving wisely. Mindful eating, drinking, and gentle evening movement. Individually, each one can make a difference. But woven together, they create a powerful symphony that tells your body, mind, and spirit. It is safe. It is time. Rest deeply now. This consistent, caring routine doesn't just help you fall asleep faster or stay asleep longer. It fundamentally supports your body's nightly repair shop, strengthening your immune system, clearing waste from your brain, including those sticky proteins linked to memory issues, repairing your heart, balancing your hormones, and reducing inflammation. This is the true path to boosting longevity, adding not just years to your life, but vibrant, energetic life to your years. You are living proof. Don't underestimate the power of the small steps you're taking. Maybe you started opening the curtains wider in the morning. Perhaps you swapped that late news show for soft music. Or maybe you just took a few deep breaths before turning out the light. Each one matters. Each one is a gift you're giving your future self. Be patient and kind to yourself. Progress, not perfection, is the goal. Some nights will be better than others. That's simply human. Trust the process, trust your body's wisdom, and keep gently tending to these habits. Let's keep the conversation going. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. What's one sleep secret that resonated most? Have you tried something new that's helping? Do you have a favorite wind-down ritual or a gentle stretch to share? Your experiences inspire this whole community. Share your wisdom. If this video brought you value, please give it a thumbs up. It truly helps others find this important information. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to our channel. We're here to share more practical, uplifting tips for living your very best, healthiest, and most joyful life after 60, 70, 80, and beyond. Remember, my dear friend, a good night's sleep isn't a luxury. It's a cornerstone of your vitality and well-being. You deserve this deep, healing rest. Embrace these gentle secrets, be patient with yourself, and watch how brighter mornings and more peaceful nights begin to unfold. You are worthy of this care. Here's to your rest, your renewal, and the vibrant, beautiful days ahead. Sleep well, live fully. Until next time, sweet dreams.